Well, the stars of King and Conqueror, James Norton and Emily Beecham, join us now. It's so lovely to have you in. And I've got to say as well, you've pretty much been in the studio for the last hour.
We have. We've loved it.
Just sat over there since your link. You never left.
We've loved it. We've enjoyed. Do the yellow pages still exist?
Yeah, I mean, you've had fashion with Joe.
We have.
We have.
All going on.
Very educated now.
It's so lovely to have you both in. James, this has been about 7 years in the making, this series, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's been a long one. I mean, I produced it, so the idea originally came to me 7 or 8 years ago, and from our brilliant writer, Mike Johnson. And then these shows take a long time, you know, the writing of the script, the getting the financing together and then casting, filming it. Filming it's actually a very small part of the piece.
Yeah.
Now, I love a period drama. I love the Vikings, and I feel like I learn a lot of history. So were you trying to be as accurate as possible in this, or have you jazzed it up a bit?
Jazzed it up a bit.
Not jazzed it up. We've kept to this. We really, really have. Like, the majority of the story, the big sort of story beats are all true. Of course, you have to kind of interpret what in between the lines, because we don't have very much. We have the Bayeux Tapestry, we have various kind of often conflicting historical accounts of what actually happens. So, but the truth, well, as you were saying earlier, what you learn about in school is the Normans invaded England. Yeah. What we've kind of done is focused on the years leading up to the Battle of Hastings, and actually what was really interesting is finding out that these two men, William the Conqueror and Harold of Wessex, were friends, and they fought alongside each other in Normandy. And
I thought you made that bit up, Steve.
We didn't.
I never realised that they'd actually knew each other.
No, we didn't.
Who are you both playing?
And then, of course, Edith Swan Neck.
Edith Swan Neck.
Edith Swan Neck?
Yes.
What a name.
A very gracious long neck. And
Matilda. Oh, I play Harold. Sorry, I played Harold Godwinson. Yeah. And then we have the brilliant Clemence Posey playing Matilda, who is wife to William the Conqueror, played by Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
Why didn't you go for William the Conqueror then?
Well, initially it was the story which drew us in, and then after we kind of got momentum with the show, I had to choose which one to play. Or, you know, when I just gravitated towards Harold. Initially, Harold was kind of painted as this kind of big block of muscle, and I was a bit put off by that, like the amount of months I'd have to spend just eating chicken. And but then the family space. What we loved is kind of extrapolating between the history and finding out what happened in the domestic space. You know, they had kids. They were in love, Edith and Harold. But you know, she stuck by his side until the very end, even though he did some pretty fruity things along the way. So, you know, it was lovely to find that together and create that space.
And it's not just about the rivalry between two guys. Emily, there's some really big female characters in this. What was it like playing Swan Neck herself?
Oh, playing Swan Neck herself. It's actually quite interesting that in the 11th century that actually women had a lot more influence than we realise. And so it was really interesting researching all that. And also, actually, Edith there's not much documented about her, which actually there's a speculation that because she wasn't church-wed, that she wasn't really written in, so she's kind of a mystery.
But does that give you, as an actor,
it's made
a
her
bit
so
more
fascinating,
that you can just
yes.
go where you want with it?
But you find that with women in history, especially in medieval times, they don't get documented, is it? It seems to be all about the men, so you've got a big responsibility on your shoulders, haven't you, Em, to bring that history to life?
Yeah. And as we were talking about before, Matilda of Flanders was actually very highly educated, and William of Normandy, he couldn't read. Yeah. And so she was, in a way, his political advisor.
Yeah.
Right.
So interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, you love history, don't you? You're like,
well,
sold.
I like watching history shows. I feel like I learn a lot. And is it quite saucy?
Where did you go from?
I do like it. I mean, you two are married, so if there was any sauce, we'd understand.
We're married, and then there's things which challenge their marriage along the way. Another woman, and everything else. Oh. There's a little dose of sauce. There's definitely a lot of big battles. The stuff which everyone knows from school is the Battle of Hastings, the Battle of Stamford Bridge. They're in the last 2 episodes, so stick with the show, and then all those the episodes leading up to it, as I say, explore the kind of political turmoil. But there's a lot of, quite a lot of violence.
It's all going on, isn't it?
It's brutal. It's medieval times, you know.
Well, Joe's just said, you know, she's, you know, really, really into history, and obviously you've been part of the production of this as well. Like, it's been a long time coming, but you wanted to really tell the story as authentically as possible, and you even gave a little nod to the French president, Emmanuel Macron. You were like, don't worry, I'm going to tell the real story. Don't start.
We did. We didn't want to tell it from one or the other's perspective. I think that's where people have fallen short in the past, because it's really bizarre that no one has told this story before, the Battle of Hastings.
I can't believe it.
It's bizarre. We were just talking before you come on air, and I was just saying, like, we know about the Battle of Hastings, we know what happened, but no one knows really what happened.
Exactly. So we wanted. So I think the way in, as I say, Mike's kind of brilliant stroke of genius was telling them the stories from both perspectives. And in terms of the history, we honour the history, but we only have a limited amount of source material, so we extrapolate from that, and we have had to add things, make things up to make a great drama.
Yeah.
But I think hopefully people will come along and they'll recognise what is part of the truth, and that will educate them, as you say, good history lesson, and then they'll enjoy the drama.
James, how did you carry on filming it? Because you broke your collarbone, didn't you, during filming? What happened there then?
Yeah, I fell off a horse. We were just going...
I was just saying, the difference in me and James Norton is you fell off a horse and broke your collarbone. I fell off a small stool whilst trying to make out I was the mermaid at the front of the boat when I was at school in drama class. So that is the difference in the type of guys that we are. James.
Well, I wasn't that tough. It wasn't my toughest moment falling off. Actually, the horse fell over with me. It was in a rehearsal, yeah. And luckily, it happened at a time where we were able to move some of the battles, but I had a few doctor's appointments where he was like, OK, so I think now you can start integrating light exercise. And I'm like, does that mean I can go and do a huge medieval battle sequence, like swinging broadswords? And he looks at me, he's like, no, of course you can't. Anyway, so there was a few painful sequences, but got through it.
Well, at least we know you do all your own stunts.
I do,
My
yeah.
goodness.
And if not, your dad will step in for you.
My dad was there.
Because you love bringing your dad to set, don't you?
My dad comes on... yeah, he loves coming to set. I think that's more the story. He just really enjoys it, yeah. My mum and dad come and... Oh, there he is!
Oh, there's your dad!
Yeah.
There's your dad having
dressed as a Norman soldier.
Oh, it looks lovely.
Where were you guys filming this?
Iceland.
Iceland? What was Iceland like, Em?
Incredible.
I've never been. I really want to go.
Yeah, James would organise lots of outings, hikes for us, the cast members. We like.
Oh, that's all you need after a long day battling on a hill.
Yeah, like, oh, Christ, James.
Could you have had a thermal bath instead or something?
We have to do it, yeah. They were walked up to a thermal river, which is heated by the natural earth. It's like hot as a bathtub. No. And it's up like a 3-hour hike. This was enjoyable, by the way. It was surrounded by like...
it.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was surrounded by snow and ice, and we were just like bathing in this steamy river. It's an incredible place. It was minus 15 when we arrived.
There's your sauce, though.
I
cannot wait for this. And I've got to ask, James, you're part of the Guinness family show, on the new Netflix show, aren't you? Can you split the G?
I think I definitely have split the G, because it's often at the end of a night, isn't it, when everyone's like, let's try. So I have a vague memory of me bouncing around an Irish bar. I think I split the G, but it was late.
I think we've all got that vague
memory. Do you know
memory.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Or was it me or someone else? But anyway, there's a lot of attempts.
And who do you play in the show?
I play a guy called Sean Rafferty. So I play the kind of caretaker, the boss of the brewery. He's a made-up character by the brilliant Stephen Knight, and I kind of take care of things. He's sort of part fixer, part gangster. It's quite cool.
Well, look, we cannot wait to get our teeth into this one. If you do any more in Iceland, we'll come with you. I'm not doing the 3-hour trek, though, for a thermal bath.
Well, I'll come with you. Okay. I've always wanted to be in a historical drama.
Yeah, we can sort it out.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
King and Conqueror continues this Sunday at 9:10 on BBC One. And all the episodes, thank you for that, are available now on iPlayer.
You like the big drop, don't you?
I like the big drop.
Thank
you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.